Laura, we have breaking news. Kristin Cavallari is single.
Shocking.
She called it quits with her 24-year-old Montana Boys TikTok star, Mark Estes.
Very hot, but did we really think that was going to work? Because no, that was never going to work.
Okay, well, she seems pretty upset about it. She opened up about it on her podcast.
Well, she opened up about it for the entire time.
Yeah. Well, 2 weeks ago they were starting a family together.
And 2 weeks ago she was saying he was the best sex she's ever had in her life.
That could be believable.
Still could be true. But not really. When you're 24, you have no experience.
Yeah.
Come on, right?
He hasn't seen a lot yet, has he?
Well, yeah, that's why she said they were breaking up, because you need to experience life. Maybe that was what they had to experience.
Lots of life to live for Mark.
I know, just saying. It seemed like a summer fling. Did you think that was actually going to last?
That's the thing. It obviously was a summer fling. Mm-hmm. Hot and heavy. She's obviously coming off her divorce. He is just getting into the fame. Kristin gave him some attention.
He's a hot, fun boy toy for
He's
her.
A hot toy.
It was a mutually beneficial relationship.
For both of them.
For a while it lasted, and now they can go their separate ways. And she gave him a glowing endorsement, so...
She did give him a great endorsement, so his DMs are probably overflowing right
Katie's
now.
already in them.
Mark, reply.
Well, he's younger than you. You like a younger man.
Did she start the trend of like the younger guy thing? I feel like that's a global trend.
No, she didn't start it, but
I started it.
Yeah, you did start it. But see, I could never date a younger guy.
And I could never date like an old man.
Well, I'm not dating an old man, but he's older than me.
But when you look at Kristin and Mark's age gap, that's what, 10 years? Oh, I guess it's not that much.
It seems like way more of a gap at that age. Like once you cross a 30 threshold, then I think it doesn't matter as much. 20 years isn't that much of a difference. But if you're 10 and you're 30...
It's obviously illegal. But.
Exactly. But do you see what I'm saying? Like that's so drastic. But when you're 30 and you're 50, it's not really crazy.
Or if you're 10 years, between those ages. But 24 and 37, I think she is.
Completely different stages of life.
But I like how she's ending it on somewhat of a positive note. She's saying there was no bad blood, no one cheated, he was a great guy. She even said he was the best boyfriend she's ever had.
True, she did say that. But did she really break up with him? That's what we don't know either.
That's what I like how she had to put it out there.
I broke up with him
because...
So maybe she wanted to control the narrative. She told him, hey, look, I know you don't want to be with me anymore, but let me
take this.
Well,
I'm curious to see if he's going to say anything because,
he doesn't say much.
He doesn't say much.
He dances to songs.
To some Luke Combs songs, which we love. Keep It Country. Mm-hmm. But he's been on podcasts before, and I'm sorry, but I just don't think there's much there behind
because he's 24.
Because he's 24. Go live your life.
Yeah.
But
and then he'll have more to talk about.
Then you'll have more to talk about.
And maybe be better at sex.
You'll have more stories to share. So Kristin also said one of the reasons that she broke up with him was that she was starting to feel the age gap and the distance between their maturities.
But not 2 weeks ago.
But not 2 weeks ago when they were talking about starting a family together.
And you want to know what else is interesting? Obviously, I went down the deep dive when she started dating him. And if you go back in his Instagram, like literally, 4 years ago, he looks like like a prepubescent boy. So it's just such a hard thing to picture.
Also these days with kids, I feel like they could either be 27 or 17 and you wouldn't know the difference.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm 21.
Yeah, and I'm 18. But I feel like for Mark, his life and his career is only just getting started now. And I feel like maybe she started to realize that. So she's like setting him free, like, go on, run away.
Maybe, but
I'm curious to see who he'll date next. You know what it's going to be, some smoking hot.
Katie Colley.
Blonde, tall, blue eyes.
Trust fund.
Trust fund. Not in finance, but it'll do.
And she's not 6'5".
Oh, that's funny. And then same with Kristin. Like, she seems to always have a new dating story, which is good. We do it for the plot around here.
Well, I was thinking, could she be doing this to get back at Jay Cutler? I mean, they had quite a tumultuous divorce.
But she has dated people since him.
I know, but nobody this young and this hot.
And this hot.
So it could be like, hey, but in another sense, he could be like, what are you doing? Like he could be embarrassed for her.
He could be almost laughing.
Yeah.
But the interesting part is her custody agreement with him, and she has the kids pretty much full time. So maybe that played a part in her ending her relationship with him?
Mark wasn't a great stepdad.
Well, she did say he was great with the kids.
Oh, I'm sure he was. They probably TikTok together.
Probably.
I mean, they both seem like good people. I guess it wasn't forever. But who knows? They might get together again in the end. Maybe when he's 34.
34 and she's 47. That seems like a better match then. He's lived some life. We love you, Kristin and Mark. And she said...
And we will wrap that one up.
And we will wrap that up there.
Okay, well, a relationship that is going strong, Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
Gaga.
We are so happy for her.
We are. And she's finally opening up about it because she's usually pretty mum. She has been engaged before to Taylor Kinney.
Canadian boy.
So hot.
So beautiful.
But we're not talking about him. We're talking about Michael Polanski.
I feel like someone like her needs to be with not an actor.
Exactly.
Not someone who's gonna steal the show.
Out of the scene,
but still in it.
Yeah, and
in some way.
I think this is it for her. And she seems like a smitten kitten. But we do have to talk about
the proposal. The
proposal. She revealed on Jimmy Kimmel that he asked her if he could ask her to propose. That is like when a guy's like, "Can I kiss you?"
Yeah.
And you're like, "Don't ask me, just do it."
A little cringe, but kind of cute.
Well,
maybe he was nervous.
I guess yes.
Okay, well, let's backtrack. The whole proposal went down. They were on vacation together. It was shortly after her birthday, which, one thing to be noted, no girl wants to be proposed to in or around their birthday.
Or Christmas, or New Year's.
Or Thanksgiving.
Or Valentine's Day. Make it a special holiday.
Yeah. Or July long weekend.
Or Halloween. Do not propose. Or St. Patrick's Day. No proposals on a holiday. Make it a random day so that she can get a present on that day.
Yes, make it special. So like maybe July 23rd, okay?
But a lot of guys don't know that.
A lot of guys don't know that.
This is what they can learn from this.
They're watching this and they're learning.
They're learning, yes. Well, also there was a rock climbing thing.
Yes, so they were climbing for her rock. Get it?
Oh.
Well, I don't know if that's what went through their head, but that's what went through my head.
Oh,
so they were rock climbing on vacation, but the proposal didn't take place during the rock.
That's my nightmare.
During the rock climbing. Yeah, don't take me hiking. Don't rock climb me.
Our nails would not.
My asthma would be kicking in. I would need a puffer and an oxygen tank on those rocks.
I can just see you calling up for your puffer when you're at the top. But let's get it. You'll never get to the top. Let's be real.
Yeah, I'll never get to the top, and no man will ever take me hiking.
Anyway, not about us.
Not about us. So it happened after the rock climbing. They went up, they did their photos, then they went back. They were on their way back to their room, and I guess that's when he asked her if he could propose.
But we also learned he didn't get down on one knee.
What do you think about that?
I mean, I'm a traditionalist, so I feel like you have to. I don't know. It's just like a moment that's never going to happen again, hopefully. So I think I would like that. Yeah, get down on one knee, please, sir. What about you? Do you want Mark Estes to get down on one knee?
I feel like he'd probably be like at my chin on one knee.
Well, with 6'5" over here.
6'5".
Is he not tall?
Blue eyes. I think he's pretty tall. Mark, are you tall?
Okay, we'll look that up afterwards.
No, I would definitely want the person, because what are they just like handing the ring like this?
I hate the casual too. If like you just put it in like a cake or I don't know somewhere at a restaurant, and they just like push the box. It's like, did you put in any effort? Unless it's a big ring, then I'll accept.
If it's Lady Gaga's, I'll take it however.
I know it is. That is a nice ring.
It is a nice ring. It was super sparkly in that interview.
Wonder how many carats. We're gonna have to look into that.
I'd say 100. 100. I feel like guys know to get down on one knee. But I like how she said she's modern. She's not all about the traditional aspect of it, and she didn't really care.
But also, and I'm going to go on a tangent here, but a lot of countries and a lot of different parts of the world and cultures, they don't even have an engagement ring. I think that's a very North Americanized thing. So maybe getting down on one knee is too. We'll have to look into that because I don't know.
I feel like even over the past like 5 to 10 years, engagement rings became what they are now.
Well, now it's insane.
Now it's insane.
They say it's supposed to be 3 months of a man's salary.
So let's calculate our man's salaries. What man?
Well, I was going to say what man, but we will when that happens.
One day we'll calculate, and if you're a cent below what it should be, then goodbye.
And you better be on one knee.
Now that they're engaged, you would assume the wedding is in the works. But she said she's not sure what she wants yet. She could either walk into a courthouse or go
in a meat dress.
or go full Lady Gaga and have a circus.
I think that's the great thing about Gaga is you never really know what she's going to do. And so I think if people are really expecting something outrageous and Gaga-like, watch, she walks out in like the most simple white dress, simple makeup.
I would love to see her in something so simple where you just see like her natural beauty.
Like not Gaga, Stephanie. You know?
I could see them like an Italian wedding.
Yeah.
Like
oh
Como,
yeah, I was
like
just going to say that.
Maybe at George Clooney's place.
But it would also be crazy if she did full-on Gaga style.
Yeah.
But I still would prefer the Lake Como.
But since she's with someone not completely out of the spotlight, but someone more out of the spotlight, I could see her doing something more casual.
We shall see.
Maybe we'll see her at a courthouse near you.
Yes.
Now, in some other headlines, Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban's 16-year-old daughter, Sunday Rose, made her runway debut during Paris Fashion Week. She has some good genes. We'll say that.
Yeah. It was the Miu Miu show, right?
It was the Miu Miu Spring Summer 2025. Miu Miu. She opened the show, which is what a way to kick off your runway career.
Now, see, this is the thing. I always wanted to ask this. Do you think it's nepotism, or she got the opening show because of her modeling, or because of who her parents are?
Definitely giving nepotism.
But it does put more eyes on the show.
It does put more eyes on the show.
Right. So I can see why they do it. But if I was a model, I mean, I am a model.
Now I'm running to buy Miu Miu because
yes.
the show.
But if I was a model, I'd be like, you work your whole life.
But you don't have star power about Paris Fashion Week.
Of course.
Like Kylie Jenner surprisingly walked the runway.
Kylie Jenner had her face on a dress.
Did she this year?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that.
It was her face on her.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, we love that for her. Keith and Nicole weren't there.
No.
Which I feel like would have obviously put even more eyes on it. But Keith has been, been doing his thing.
Promoting his new album.
He was in Toronto last week, which we missed. We were just across the pond in
Just
Paris.
across the pond, yes.
But they did take to Instagram to show some love.
Congratulate her.
For their daughter. What else is happening? We have Olivia Rodrigo. She's releasing a Guts concert special on Netflix. This is arriving on October 29th. I still haven't even watched the Taylor Swift one.
No, you know what? I don't like watching concerts on TV.
Same.
I'd rather be there because then if you watch it and then you're going to the show, like you just spoil it for yourself. So I know a lot of people don't watch the Taylor Swift one, but then again, if
who can all make it to a Taylor Swift show?
Well, I was just gonna say, like, I mean, if you can't make it to the show, then it's great. But we're lucky we live in Toronto, so
yeah, they usually roll through here.
Usually,
we didn't make it to Olivia's, but Sabrina Carpenter, who was just in Toronto, she is clapping back at people who think she's lip syncing on her tour. So she just kicked off her tour.
And people are raving about it.
Oh, she looks amazing.
And they say it's not just like a concert. It's like a cabaret show.
Yeah.
Like it's like a game show and then a concert. Like it looks amazing.
All the TikToks I've seen look incredible.
Yeah. Like she's a full-on
performer.
Yes.
Yeah. Within the past year, I think she really...
She
maybe
really,
it was being on the road with Taylor Swift. I'm sure that did it.
For sure, but it's crazy because I saw this on Instagram or something. They showed like a video of her 12 years ago. 10 or 12 years ago.
She looks like she's 12 though.
I know. Well, so do we.
Yeah.
No, but and that's how long it's taken her. You know what I mean? So she's put in the time. It wasn't like an overnight success, which I'm sure some people think, but like no, she has put in the time. Yeah. Good for her. I like her.
We like her.
I like her vibes. I like her lyrics.
She's cute.
And all her costumes are based on sweetener packets. So like the pink one, the blue one equal is the yellow one.
That.
Yeah. She was wearing a Maple Leaf jersey too when she was here.
Adorable.
Yes.
But she doesn't. For anyone who's wondering, she clapped back at one user on TikTok saying, "I sing live at every show 100%. Would you like to speak to my audio engineers?"
I mean,
we'll just leave it there.
Yeah. Because that also happened to Taylor Swift. Dave Grohl, he called her out too.
And look where that got him.
With a
Dave
baby.
Grohl? Karma, Dave.
Left him with a baby out of wedlock.
With a child. Well, no lip syncing here. No lip talking.
Yes. Lip synced. We're Milli Vanilli. You're like, who is that?
Yeah, who's Milli Vanilli?
Oh my God.